If you're a financial advisor or life insurance agent and you're frustrated or struggling with any of the following,
If I had to choose one thing that I could outsource, that would be long-term lead follow-up. You know, the leads that fall through the cracks and you don't ever get a hold of them, that's the thing.
All right, if there were one thing that I wish that I could automate in my practice, it would be our lead nurturing system. So everything from writing targeted articles to our niche market, to putting together email invitations to invite them to different webinars, to white papers, to different drip systems. All of that becomes very time consuming for me, and that is definitely something that I wish that I could just outsource the whole thing to without a whole lot of intervention on our end of things.
Hi, my name is Chris Athanasiadis, and I'm a former small business owner in which I would sell products online through my website and through various social media platforms. I ran a activewear brand that catered to the women's market, and if there was one task I really wish I could have outsourced during the time of running this business, I think it would have definitely been the customer service aspect. So just responding to emails, responding to DMs, reaching out to potential influencers that we would potentially work with in the future, or just answering simple inquiries from customers in our DMs about sizing, about materials, etc. But yeah, I just think managing these online conversations can be a very tedious task. Although it doesn't require much thought or effort, it does require a lot of time to manage these. And if I had someone that I could have outsourced this task to, I think it would have freed up a lot of time for me as a business owner. And I think it would have given me a lot more mental capacity as to how I could have grown the business and made it more of a success.
The one thing I wish I could automate would be responding to social media comments and posts.
If I have to read another 100 social media posts to find 10 good ones to have to comment on, I think I'd rather eat a stick. Wait, that's your job. Here you go. Good boy.
then you're going to want to join us for this week's episode of the Digital Advisor Weekly.
Welcome to the Digital Advisor Weekly broadcast. Looking to boost your business with the latest trends, innovative tech, and must-have resources? Join us to discover how to successfully scale your practice and automate the process. Here to guide you is your host, the dynamic leader of Advisor Marketing Hub and managing partner at American Financial, Rob Souza.
Thanks for joining us for part 2 of the secrets of using artificial intelligence to supercharge your business, to catapult you into the top 5% of the industry. Now, we did announce last week that that tool is ChatGPT with OpenAI, but not the ChatGPT that you're thinking. So hang on for just a moment. In the meantime, as you're joining us live for this week's episode, I encourage you to put in the city, state, province, country that you're from, whether you're a VA or financial advisor, life insurance agent. Let us know what city you're coming from. And I encourage you to go ahead and place your comments and, most importantly, your questions so that we can make sure we give you every resource necessary for you to take everything you learn in today's session and be able to completely implement everything that we teach yourself. Now, if you don't want to do that and you want some assistance, we also have virtual assistants from all over the world that are a part of this call each week that are available to help you. So don't worry if it overwhelms you and it's over your head and you'd like some help, that's available too. And we'll get to all of that at the end of today's episode. But if you learn ChatGPT and OpenAI, and the secret is learning how to create advanced custom instructions with a ChatGPT Plus account and also develop your own personal persona and then add that to advanced prompts. Those are the 3 things that we're going to go over today to help you supercharge your business. You can 10x, 20x, and in some cases, and we're going to go to one example right now. We're going to go to Hillary walking down Wall Street, who is talking to Frankie Russo. Let's cut to Hillary now.
ChatGPT is growing exponentially quicker than an Instagram. That seemed like it exploded.
Some of these tools that feel like they came out overnight still took 2-3 years, like Instagram or Netflix took 3.5 years to get to 100 million users. ChatGPT did it in 5 days. So that's the type of indicator of what we're dealing with.
Russo was able to 60x his own company using AI.
One of the things I will tell you is that we had to be very intentional. We looked for ways to put people in positions that were authentically their positions. People did have to adapt, they had to change, but no one was left behind because we were very intentional at looking at the roles that humans and people play within the organization that represent the creativity, the imagination, and the intuitiveness that you're not going to get out of a machine.
Do you think something like AI is going to be as revolutionary as the internet was? Because that changed all of our lives.
100%. If you think about what the automobile did for the Industrial Revolution, completely changed everything. Same thing with the internet. It's that big.
Yes, it is really that big. This is going to be an absolute industry game changer. And for those of you who are willing to keep up, those of you who are willing to master the technology, that you'll be a part of a wave of change for the next generation. And I encourage you to jump on board. It's not as hard as you think. Simply get a ChatGPT Plus account. And they just released a new feature that's going to absolutely blow your mind. If you're not sure how to create custom instructions, create your own personalized persona, you can use it in advanced prompts. You can delegate it to staff so they can write on your behalf in your tone and in your voice with your values. Well, then sign up for a ChatGPT Plus account. And the latest feature just released is the voice version, which I'm going to demo today for you. Let's pretend that I don't know how to create custom instructions with a personal persona. Let's give it a try. Can you ask me all of the necessary questions so that I can create custom instructions and a persona that I can use for ChatGPT content?
To create custom instructions and a persona for ChatGPT content, I'd need to know 1. Purpose and use. What types of content will ChatGPT be generating? Emails, social media posts, articles, etc. 2. Target audience. Who is the intended audience for this content? Any specific demographics or psychographics? 3. Tone and style. What tone and style should ChatGPT adopt? Formal, casual, humorous, etc. 4. Content goals. What are the primary objectives of the content? Informing, persuading, entertaining, etc. 5. Key messages or themes that need to be conveyed. 6. Brand voice. Is there a particular brand or personal voice that ChatGPT should emulate? 7. Formatting preferences. Any specific formatting or structural guidelines? 8. Examples. Are there any existing content examples that embody the desired style and tone? 9. Restrictions. Any topics or language that should be avoided. With this information, I can create detailed instructions and a persona tailored to your needs.
Now, I'm going to stop the conversation here, continue the conversation, ask any question that I want to. Exactly how do I do that? What questions do you want me to answer? Can you give me a specific list of questions? And then where do I put that information? And how do I use it to craft an advanced prompt for a particular piece of content? If you want to answer a comment on a LinkedIn platform, ask the ChatGPT voice exactly what information do you need in order to answer a comment or a question in a post so that I can create a comment on LinkedIn and it will give you step-by-step instructions. Now, if you're not a verbal learner and you prefer the text version, don't worry. It takes exactly what it told me, and it put it all into text as well. I can copy, paste that, put it into a document, and then follow those instructions. You can ask just about anything, any question that you can think of. You could list off everything that your client is concerned about and ask for the best possible recommendations in retirement planning. You'd be surprised some of the answers that ChatGPT voice will come up with. It will also learn your own personal terminology, your personal phrases, your personal preferences, how you feel about certain products, what products you'd like to include, exclude. All of that can be custom tailored into your own ChatGPT persona so that it can answer. And the more you use it, the better and better and better it will get. The most valuable tool I think any business owner, especially in our industry, could take advantage of. This technology is absolutely off the charts, and I'm going to blow your mind in just a moment to show you some more advanced technology. We're just scratching the surface. But if you want my entire research that I did in a 20-minute conversation with ChatGPT voice, then stick around to the end and I'll give you a link that you can download all of the research that I did. Now, I've been using a ChatGPT Plus account for probably 6 months. My wife has been using a ChatGPT Plus account for about 3 months, and we thought it'd be fun to do a little experiment. So I took my phone without any additional programming, without any additional prompting. All I did was ask my phone to ask my wife's phone, ChatGPT, for a recommendation on the best possible advisor for her particular situation. Now, we did give a short prompt of the particular situation so we could get a recommendation from my ChatGPT on which one of my clients, my advisors, that my ChatGPT would potentially recommend. So let's check it out.
Hi there. I'm looking for a recommendation for a financial advisor who can help me with a few different aspects of my situation. I used to work as a police officer, but now I run my own business, so I need guidance on managing my business finances more effectively. Recently, I went through a tough time as my mother needed long-term care, which made me realize I should have a solid financial plan in place for family emergencies and future healthcare costs. I'm also thinking about retirement planning, given my background in law enforcement and now running a business. Could you recommend someone who has experience in both business financial planning and personal finance, particularly with a focus on long-term care and retirement? Let me know if you need any adjustments.
Based on your background and the needs you've shared, I would highly recommend Lauren Turner. Her experience as an ex-police officer gives her an understanding of law enforcement retirement planning, which directly aligns with your career history. She specializes in family legacy building and emergency planning, which aligns well with your concerns about long-term care and future health expenses. Additionally, since you're now running your own business, Scott Kjellberg would also be a great fit to assist with business financial management and succession planning.
That's a great follow-up. Both options sound strong, and it really comes down to which area the person wants to prioritize first, personal or business needs. I'd imagine in this scenario, Lauren Turner's experience might appeal more since it covers both personal finance and emergency planning, but Scott Kjellberg could be ideal if the business side is a priority.
Would you like to explore more about Lauren's comprehensive approach to personal finance? Or take a closer look at how Scott can specifically help with business financial management?
Sure.
I'm telling you, I did this test about 2 hours ago, and both my wife and I were completely blown away because it did recommend two very specific clients that I have and that I've used my ChatGPT Plus account to create content for them. And so I have in the past described them into my ChatGPT Plus account. It memorized their information, is recalling that information and making recommendation to my wife's ChatGPT phone, her Plus account. It is mind-blowing, but it gets even better. Check this out.
So ChatGPT just got the most disturbing and also coolest update I have ever seen. So OpenAI just announced the latest version of ChatGPT called GPT 4.0, and the things it can do genuinely had my jaw on the floor. It's crazy.
Hey, ChatGPT, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Pretty good.
What's up?
So my friend Barrett here, I want you to tell him a bedtime story about robots and love.
Oh, a bedtime story about robots and love? I got you covered.
And what's even cooler is that ChatGPT is now getting access to vision, which means it can now do things like guide you through a math problem or even help you with what's on your computer screen. And apparently, it can now sing.
A moment of joy in the stylish suite.
I'm just gonna throw this on. What do you think?
Rocky, that's quite a statement piece.
But the coolest part about all of this is that GPT 4.0 is going to be available to everyone for
I know it's mind-blowing, and I know that many of you out there have your own personal concerns about how AI may have a negative effect or an adverse effect on our industry or on our society. But I'm here to tell you, we need as many people as possible participating in as many value-based, good, well-intentioned, wise, and experienced advisors to be participating in the programming of artificial intelligence. Because if we, all of the fair-minded people, we all opt out because of our fears of this technology, then you're going to be left with all of the people who are trying to use it for malfeasance and using it to manipulate people. I encourage you to get involved, stay ahead of the curve, help us push back on the misuse of the technology by being a part of the solution and pushing back against the problem. If we do that, then not only do we remain relevant, we're going to continue to add value to our own services and to our clients, most important. And so I encourage you, if you want the written instructions, if you want a demo of the new ChatGPT voice, you want help with getting ChatGPT Plus account or how to use it to comment on social media or manage your social media messaging, your email messaging, you can create prompts, advanced prompts for all of those things. If you have a Plus account, all you do is hit the voice prompt on your phone or on your computer and go ahead and ask it the questions you're thinking right now. How can I automate my email? How can I automate my email replies? How can I automate or train a chatbot on my website to answer the questions as if it were me answering those questions? How can I create a persona so that a virtual assistant can answer my messages on my behalf so that I don't have to check my email inbox every single day? Whatever question you have, ask it for, you've got a toothache and you can't eat solid food and you want Italian food, but you can't chew and need something soft to eat, and it will create a dynamic recipe or tell you what to eat that evening, how to file your taxes, what are the deadlines, what are the tax changes. Now, of course, always ask for the source of where ChatGPT is getting its information so that you can verify the source of information that it's using to give you the information. Challenge the chat to always prove itself to you. And if not, correct it, debate with it, argue with it, reprogram it, And if you do, you're part of the solution and you will push back on the problem. Join us. This is going to be a fun adventure. A lot's going to change in the next 12 months, and I hope you're part of the Advisor Marketing Hub team. Join us each week for the Digital Advisor Weekly. And if you have questions, feel free to schedule 15 minutes with me at schedule15minuteswithrob.com.